Hi everyone, Tom Ray coming to you from a property in Somerset, New Jersey. This is a property where I just did the inspection, and I want to take you inside and show you a little bit about what I found and how during a real estate transaction it's really critical that you really put your investigation hat on and become a detective to really look, because you're not going to get a lot of information from the seller. You could ask them to disclose what's transpired at the property as far as damage, past issues, and a lot of times they're not going to tell you. So I'm going to take you inside, and we're going to take a look, and I'm going to show you a few things we spotted. Alrighty, so as I mentioned, this is a property in Somerset, New Jersey. I'm not going to say exactly where it is, but it's an office building. Probably, I'd say about 4,000 square feet, maybe a little bit bigger. It might be 5,000 square feet. And it houses a few offices, various different types of companies, small businesses. And as soon as we come in, we could start to see that there's some damage on the carpet. Looks like some past water damage, some rust spots, some staining. And again, it doesn't take an expert to see that there's a problem. You know, as I mentioned, a lot of times common sense prevails. And as we go, we come to a bigger room here, like a boardroom. And in this boardroom here, the one thing that I noticed when I walked in was a very pungent moisture smell. It was apparent from the first minute that I walked into the property, and it really had me go into investigative mode so I could figure out what's happening. And as I did some probing around, I came across some moisture staining on the carpet. Some of it, which I showed you when we first came in, you could kind of see the outline right here. And as we come a little bit further and we follow that moisture line, we come down to the lower part of the sheetrock here in one of the utility closets, and bingo, there we have it. Some moisture staining, some capillary action here, which tells us there was a water stain, a water loss, which pulled the moisture up. Doesn't necessarily mean the water came to this level, because it pulls it. Capillary action will pull wet to dry, and it will seem that it was a lot higher, but actually it was lower than that. But there's mold damage, and you could clearly see it visible. There's also a hole in the wall here, which leads to the HVAC room on the adjacent side. And I tested this area. And as I mentioned, you put your investigative hat on and you do a little bit of probing, and bingo, you find it. Now, once I saw this area, this suspect area, I pulled out a Protometer moisture meter, which is right there. Give you a shot of it. Turn it on. See it go up. That's from the blood in my hand, my finger. And I went and I wanted to see if this was an active issue, an active moisture problem. And as I put it there, you can see that actually it's still green. The gauge on the meter, the light, is still in the green area. So this is not an active issue. This is a past moisture problem, but nonetheless, it's left its mark. There's mold here. I tested it. It's probably going to come back positive, and I'm going to have to make the recommendations for the potential buyer to have the remediation performed. Either the seller will take care of it or the buyer will. And that's what we got today, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.